Welcome to the live video show with your host, Joel Comm. Who's that? Oh, me. I'm the guy. And hey, thanks for joining me today because this show is all about live video, the biggest, most significant thing to happen to social media since probably the advent of Facebook advertising. I've now said that twice, so I think if I keep saying it, it'll make it more true. I think live video is clearly the future in its many different formats, and recording and broadcasting live right here on blab.im is one of the most significant ways that we can do that. So the show is all about the trend towards live video, the applications which we use, and the people's that use it as well. I'm kind of passionate about this subject, so that's why I'm here, because I'm having fun. And I like to invite guests on that are also clearly having fun and are passionate about what they are doing. And my guest today is Ryan Steinelson. And Ryan is, you might know him as Periscope Ryan, because that's his Twitter handle and that's the name that he uses on the Periscopes. And he's very tall. I've met him in person. He's also very friendly. I can also vouch for this because, again, I've met him in person, and very knowledgeable, loves live streaming, is passionate about it, has a lot to say, and let's welcome him to the show with great huzzas. Hey, Ryan.
Can you hear me?
No.
No?
Okay, yes.
Oh my gosh.
April Fools.
Oh my gosh. I'm really, thanks for pushing this back from whatever day it was. I think before it was Monday, and you'd be proud of me. Look at these serious mic rigs that I got here, man. You're like,
dang, what's you're gonna have to give a tour here in a little bit. Well, you can show us the various gear that you're using, because I know that you're all about the gear and the swag and the gadgets, and come to the right place, right?
Yeah, man. I've got some really cool stuff today, and I'm actually really glad that it was delayed, because in the 3 days that it was delayed, some mind-blowing stuff has happened. Thanks to Kathy Hackle always being the informer for me on what's the latest in live streaming. She knows that I'll just take it, to the next level and get all excited about it. She just loves watching me get excited about this stuff. But I don't know if you remember, but I've been pretty excited since CES about 360.
Yeah.
Well,
you had the little was it the Kodak?
Yes, but no. I got the 360 Fly. And
the Fly.
Wait until you hear what is happening. What I just can't even believe that this has happened in the past, literally in the past 2 months since I left CES. I talked to 360 Fly at CES. I said, guys, you really got to get on this whole concept. And I talked to Kodak about it. I talked to a couple other people, and I'm like, you gotta. And I don't want to give anything away here, but I've got some really cool announcements to make.
I'm going to want you to give it all away, but I don't want anybody to miss it. So you guys that are here, please share that we are live here and let people know that Ryan's going to drop some live video knowledge bombs and blow our minds, boom, with technology. Give us the 60-second Reader's Digest version of who you are.
Okay. So my name is Ryan Steinelson, otherwise known as Periscope Ryan. Fanzo named me that at Social Media Day this past year, and it just kind of like blurted it out, and so that's how I kind of became known as that. I've got an agency here in San Diego, a digital marketing agency. We help businesses become the go-to gold standard business in their niche with some strategies like reputation or social proof marketing, and doing everything also from Google AdWords to Facebook advertising, etc. And we are obviously we're helping businesses and brands leverage live streaming. That's what we're getting into, which is, I mean, my colleagues don't even know how to touch this subject, so it's fun really getting out there and starting to do that as well.
And I am go ahead, keep going. I'm tweeting this right now.
And as you know, my kind of claim to fame has been teaching people about tech, You can go to Periscope Ryan.com, where if you want to learn about my tech stuff. But basically, that's kind of was my claim to fame, is I started showing people how to put the back in a year ago now, or close to a year ago, is how to put the wide angle lenses on this thing so that they could actually create a more experiential effect when they're actually doing their live streams. And I really love doing action sports stuff. So that's where I'm headed. That's what, when I do, it's a no-brainer when I get 20, 30 fold increased numbers and comments and viewers, and I know that that's what I got to be doing when I'm doing my action sports stuff. So I'm really excited about that.
Did you play hoops in college?
I didn't. It's funny. Yeah, you saw we were we were at traffic and conversion here, and I played mostly tennis. I just had a big serve and volley. That was my no real basketball.
Nobody ever accused me of having a big serve and volley. My athleticism is reserved to going out for walks, and I do it really well, especially on a beautiful day like today where it's 65 degrees and sunny in Denver in the winter. We love it.
Nice.
Cool. Well, that's good stuff, and that's the only canned question you're going to get from me today. I want to talk about what you're excited about right now, because that's what people want to hear about. So let's start with, I got one question, just one that's totally uncanned, but it's the observation I'm making. I'm doing more dual streams, Facebook Live and Periscope, and I am seeing a trend. Mm-hmm. And that trend is that my Periscope viewership is going down and my Facebook Live is going up exponentially.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Hey, I agree. And it's funny. I was sick, like literally in bed, could not get out of bed for 4 days. And it seemed like in those 4 days, everything changed. Like Alex Kahn, before I got sick, all of a sudden made this announcement about Facebook Live and what you just commented about. And then it seems like everybody shifted. Everybody moved over. And I look in my stream, my Facebook stream right now today, and boom, live subscribe. I mean, like everybody is live streaming from their personal accounts right now. I've been a little reluctant to do that. I've like live streamed my son's basketball game because everybody in my 2,500 people or so that are connected to me on my profile, my personal profile, are like, my family, my relatives, like, so I'm a little reluctant to obviously to talk about business. What I'm really looking forward to is, and I know that like the guys at Social Media Examiner got access to this through their business page, but us normal mortals don't have access to that yet. I don't know if you do, and I'm surprised that you're not, that you're probably yeah,
I'll talk about me in that in a moment. I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
Here.
So basically, here's the deal. I mean, there is no question about it. And did you see Kayvon get on yesterday and finally address this issue that everybody's been talking about?
What did he say?
He got on with what's her name in the background, and it was crazy because it was literally just them in casual clothes, like a fireside chat, talking about this fact that basically the notifications being broken, and everybody's been talking about that for a long time. And here's the bottom line: they basically said the gist of it was, long story short, they're not broken. We've done analysis on it. Submit any specific issues that you have with people that have not been notified after you've gone live. Give us their @ symbol so we can research this. And they're saying that basically there's nothing that's wrong, that a lot of people are saying that the viewership is down, and I have to agree with it. I mean, that's part of the reason why I haven't been scoping that often. Right now I'm just scoping when I have something like big to do, when I'm either going to go kite surfing and it's 20 knots, or paddle surfing or something like that. And I'm considering now like doing the same thing on Facebook Live, because you're seeing, and by the way, and this is something that has been acknowledged by Facebook. They have specifically said they will give preferential treatment to live video. There's no question about it. I've talked to a gentleman that's with an agency that has talked to the COO of Facebook, and they did actually confirm that. This person did, and Facebook announced it. So it's, why not? When they're going to reward you, right? This is the opportunity to go and take advantage of this. We're all in on this early. There's no reason not to do that. And so,
yeah, I agree. So for those who don't know, Kayvon's the creator of the Periscope app. They're in trouble. I think they're in trouble. Of course, it was a big week. Meerkat finally shuttered their doors, much to the chagrin of this little guy right here. But he still lives in my heart. And Facebook kind of dominates the world. And Periscope has kind of been like a tinker toy. It's easy and fun to play with, but like most of the things that Twitter does, Twitter's kind of been a clown car from day one, right? They got lucky with the microblogging, and they became a great place to send your short messages. But they've been trying to figure out how to make money with this thing. And I think Periscope, the problems that they're having there and losing people already is just symptomatic of that Twitter as a business doesn't know what they're doing. Zuckerberg and Facebook, they go, we're going to do live video. We're going to prioritize it. We're going to let our billion people a day have access to this, and we're going to prioritize it. On Twitter, it just sits deep into the stream, and people are going to tune out. And I'm thinking of, so I've done 54 episodes of the top 5 scope, and I'm thinking I might retire it at this point. And my last one will be the top 5 reasons Facebook is going to bury Periscope. For a short time, I thought that Periscope could save Twitter. I don't think it can save Twitter. I don't think it can hurt Twitter, but I don't think it can save them. And the numbers I'm seeing. So I've had Facebook Live for a number of months now, because initially I had it on my Facebook page, which was a verified fan page. But the engagement sucks on my fan page, because my personal page is where people engage with me. So I was able to actually move my little verified check mark from my page to my personal page. And so I've had it on mentions for several months now. But what I'm seeing when I broadcast now, I did a dual broadcast yesterday. Second time in the week I've done a dual broadcast. And Periscope peaked out at, I want to say, 40 or so people, with a total viewership of about 500-600 during that time.
Right.
Facebook peaked out at 160 with a total viewership of 2,200.
Yeah.
So
that's your personal profile. I mean, are you using mentions for that, or are you just going through your personal profile?
Mentions, but it's tied. Mentions is tied to my personal profile, so it's the same thing as going live within my personal profile.
So I didn't even know you could actually use mentions with your personal profile. That's pretty cool.
It just needs a verified account.
Yep. And you, okay, so in your personal profile now, are you concerned about talking about business stuff in your personal profile at all?
Well, I do anyway.
Okay.
I always have.
Okay.
I talk about whatever's interesting to me, and that's where more people know me and I know them. And so Facebook is, they're on to it. They've got it going on. And for the first time this week, seeing these two broadcasts, I actually am starting to fear for Periscope, and we might need to change your name to Facebook Live Ryan.
I know. Well, I was always in, I was like, oh my God, or just live stream Ryan, or something.
Live video Ryan. Yes. Ooh, I wonder, is it taken?
I know, right?
Because if it's not, nobody take this. Live video. Right. Have you ever changed your Twitter name?
Yes, but I haven't. Oh no, I don't think I have. Why can't I change?
Because you can do it, I think, one time. And if I were you, I would go and see if you could do that. Okay. Are you verified on Twitter?
No, I'm not yet.
Good. Because if you change your name, you do lose your verification. Okay. But I believe you can log in if you want to poke around while we're talking and look at it too. Nobody take his name.
Hey, okay? Yeah.
Because he's tall, and he will come there and he will step on you with his size 12 foot or whatever it is he has.
No, I mean, I think that And then, I mean, you've got YouTube as well, which is right. I mean, they've said flat out that they have been developing over the past 2 years a 360 solution. And I've been using, as you know, I mean, you've probably seen some of my stuff. Is that I've been using 360. I mean, I'm sorry, I've been using YouTube with the two apps that basically talk to YouTube, which is Live Solo, and then there's Wirecast Go. So I've been streaming to YouTube for about two months now.
And how's the viewership there?
The viewership is good. Here's what's happening. Well, I'm doing the same thing as I did the same thing as you. I did a dual broadcast on Periscope and YouTube, and it was really fun to see the interaction from the people on Periscope and see them jump over to YouTube and see how different it was and see the comments. There's a little bit more of a delay, but what was really cool is that you can promote people to be moderators for you, and you can promote as many people as you want to be moderators. You can actually drop in images in front of your actual video, your live video stream. You can drop in bottom thirds. You can drop in links to the actual comments box or as a comment. You can actually drop in like YouTube cards live into your stream on a smartphone and everything. I mean, it's really, really cool. And
so I've never done it, actually. I've never streamed. I have access to it. I don't know. Does everybody have access to it?
To what, YouTube Live?
Yeah.
No, not that I mean, the only way that a mere mortal could have, like me included, that doesn't get access through YouTube, would do it is through those two solutions that I was just telling you about. I'll show you here in just 1 second. One is Wirecast Go and one is Live Air Solo. So those two apps right there, you can see that.
Let me show you this if I can, if it works as a drop-in. Let me do this here and see if, I don't know how this will look as a drop-in.
Yeah, is that Bill Lace? Bill's in here. Cool. Yeah, Bill, I want to get a link in your in the interview that you did there for my. I got to get some backlinks to my website, man.
It doesn't like I'm trying to drop this link in and nothing's. Maybe I'll see if it pops up there. Yeah, it just keeps locking the seat down on me. So I have I can go to youtube.com/live_dashboard, and it says it's in beta, and it says welcome back, Joel Comm. Does that mean I have access to do the live stream?
Yes, and in order to live stream, you just need one of those two apps. You just need Wirecast Go or Live Air Solo. Wirecast Go is like $5. Live Air Solo by Teradek is free, and
which do you like better?
There's advantages of each. One, Wirecast Go, you can actually see comments. Live Air Solo, you can't. But in Live Air Solo, you can do some amazing bottom thirds and some other stuff to it that you can't do with Wirecast Go. So I would say just use it. You will be mind blown. You can, and by the way, Bill, you get Joel, thinking Bill, but Joel, you get a landing page. You get a live streaming landing page. And what I've done, it's a long URL that YouTube gives you. And what happens is that anytime that you stream live, it streams to that page. And so people can always find you, just like you have on Periscope TV. You have basically a channel. You have a channel, that people can go to. But what's really interesting also, one little other wrinkle, is that you can actually give people a kind of a username and password that's uniquely yours for your channel to somebody else. And if you wanted other people to broadcast to your channel and create content on your channel with them, then you could do that. You could just have people basically create content on your channel all day long and just aggregate via, basically, there you go, Wirecast Go, exactly.
So I want for you, let's play with this. Okay. I don't have my Minicam is officially borked. Like it is, I am so upset. Like last night I got on spontaneously and Bodenweiser was there with me and we were trying all the different multicam software. Yeah. And I hate them. I want them all to die in a fiery furnace with the word on fleek. Okay. I hate them all. And Minicam is causing all kinds of problems for me. When my computer goes to sleep, my main camera will not be found again.
Yep.
Frustrating.
Exactly. It happens all the time. And this is what happened to one of my employees. a couple of years ago when we downloaded Manicam for the first time. I agree 100%. It like takes over your computer, like
Is there a fix?
I don't, and that's a great question. We could not fix it. It drove me nuts because for years he'd jump on our Zoom, our Zoom meetings with our clients, and he'd have his Manicam, color thing that would show up every single time, and it would just drive us nuts. And so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. When this is, if we have some more time off air, I want to talk about this, and maybe you can kind of walk me through setting up my my YouTube Live, because I've apparently had access to it for a couple of years, and I've never touched it. Do they give, when you go live, do they let anybody know?
That's a great question. If my understanding is that your subscribers will get, if they actually have subscribed to your live notifications, or I think, and I don't know this for sure yet, that they will get a notification if you're subscribed to your channel. So that's what's so cool about this. And I mean, it's really, it's an amazing, and like Bill was saying in one of the, further up here in the questions, you can actually you can do a replay from your phone of like 15 seconds before. Like you can actually do like a replay, and you can actually play live video from your phone. So you could actually have another video recording on your phone in your camera roll, play that. You could say, hey, just wait 1 second. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you a video that I did earlier, and play it, and then come back to your regular, or you can show pictures. And I mean, I'm telling you,
you're digging it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's I remember there is a very tough to learn Wirecast solution that is not made for the faint of heart. This is a mobile scaled down version of it that allows you to directly sync with YouTube Live, and for basically anybody that's got a YouTube account has access to stream live on YouTube right now, and nobody's talking about this stuff. And now I was talking to Kathy Hackle and Kim Garcia the other day about this, and they were both. I mean, it's funny because I don't know that anybody's really still ever tried it. I've been talking about it now for almost a month and a half, 2 months, and no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's funny because like I'm waiting. We've been waiting, and by the way, YouTube has said that they are going to make a competing, like, non-secondary app type solution where it's just like you go into the YouTube app and you just press broadcast, like like Periscope simple type thing. That, my understanding, is coming very, very soon. Now, the other really cool thing about YouTube is that you can, Joel, like you can make the actual thumbnail, any thumbnail you want. You can, ahead of time. You can schedule this event ahead of time. You get all the Google juice that you want. I mean, you can literally keyword optimize the title, the description, the everything. And once you're done, it's in the bag and it's on Google and YouTube. I mean, it's pretty.
I love it.
I'm telling you, it's like.
Well, like I said, I wish we could do screen share here and now, because we would walk through it right here. But unfortunately, since my Manicam is borked, we'll have to do it offline. Maybe I'll record us doing it offline though.
Yes, let's do that.
We'll screen cap it. So for those of you that maybe you'll get to see this, I'll record it here on Camtasia, and then maybe we'll use it somewhere.
Hey, Jennifer's in the house. Hey, Jennifer.
Yeah, and let's do a few shout outs as long as we're doing that. Cliff, Jamie, Kenny, Melissa, Jennifer, Jerry, Single Moms BFF, whoever you are. Hi, nice to see you. The beer whore is here. Alex, Angela, Avi, and let's see, Damien, Stacy, Desiree, Durham, Herbie, John, Ken, Lorenzo, Robert, Rob, Stacy again, Thrive for Life, Mark, Terry, William. Good to see you all here.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for jumping on, guys. You know Avi, right? He's the tech guy. If you ever need any answers to anything that has to do with Blab or tech, I mean, he's on a whole new level. He's cool dude.
Perfect. Here's a question. A little confused. Are Facebook Live and Facebook mentions two separate streaming options? I know the answer. Why don't you go ahead and...
Well, okay, so basically, in the way I understand this, and like Jacob Sapochnik, who actually owns this shared space that I didn't get a chance to kind of show you around and really quick, but
I know Jacob.
Jacob Spot. So he is one of the owners of this shared office space. Who, by the way, we've got some pretty big hitters that are now starting to join this community shared office space that I'm in. And why not? I mean, look at this.
Where are you?
I mean, I'm right now in San Diego, over off of University, and basically, I mean, Pat Flynn just joined the community here. It's a shared office space. It's awesome. I'm blowing the minds of the other business owners here because none of them have heard of live streaming. So I'm just walking around, doing my thing like this, and they're just like, "What are you doing? Are you talking to your phone? What's the deal with that?" So it's like
talking to the world,
right? And so it's like instant business. It's been a blast. But
by the way, speaking of friends, I encountered George yesterday.
Oh, cool.
And I did not know. George messaged me. We chatted back and forth, and then come to find out that you're best friends with the caveman, the cooking caveman. Is that?
Yep, George Bryant.
He's an amazing guy, and was thrilled to find out that you guys are friends. And we're chatting a little bit about some things here on the side. What a small world.
Yeah, he probably will join here in a little bit. He's just out in Temecula, not very far from us, and really good guy. I mean,
should we page him? What's his Twitter?
Civilized Caveman for everything, pretty much, at Civilized Caveman. Mr. George, he'll jump in here and start and just drop some major bombs. But I've still got some stuff up my sleeve. There you go.
Let's answer Gabriella's question, and then let's see what you have to. We'll play show and tell.
Okay, so Facebook Live, so basically Mentions is just an add-on app that allows you to communicate and go live as a public figure, or if you're Joel Comm, through your personal profile, which I think you're the only guy that I know of that can actually use Mentions through your personal profile, which is pretty cool, by the way. But basically,
special.
You are, and Facebook Live is basically just the way that I think of Facebook Live is just basically it's the live streaming platform. There's Mentions right there, yeah, exactly, and there's the little tab right there, and Joel Sapochnik was the guy who first showed me Mentions and how that before we could all start live streaming through our personal profiles. On a personal profile, when you actually just make a post, instead of making there's those options, and I can show you. Do you have that on your personal profile, or is it changed now because it's on Mentions?
Let me. I've never looked, so let me check here. Sure. If I log into regular Facebooks and I go to make a new status update, right?
Yep.
Yes, it's the second icon. It's the little deal, and it looks just like there's describe. Yep, just like that. So I've never done it this way, actually.
You haven't?
I don't think it's any different, right? I'm assuming that it would notify people the same way that Mentions does.
I would think so. I think you have an advantage using Mentions, though. I will say, Joel. I think there's some interactivity, and there's probably some just because typically the Mentions app is associated with people that are public figures, okay. And so I mean there probably is a little bit of an advantage for that. So hopefully that answers your question. I mean, basically Facebook Live, I consider Facebook Live as being anything that is live on Facebook, and that you can go live through Mentions, you can go live through your personal profile pretty soon through your page.
Well, now through your page.
Yes.
If you have anybody who has a page now, you should be able to download. I think it's just iOS still, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean, so you tell me how, because I have not been able to. What do you have to download?
The Pages app.
I've got the Pages app, and I still have.
Have you updated it?
Yeah.
You've got the most recent one.
Yeah.
Because it should show just like the personal one does. Let me look here on mine. Pages. It's not the pages with the pen. It's the pages with the flag.
Yep.
I think the flag is like a Word doc or something. Okay, go to publish. And
oh my gosh, this is the first time I've seen it.
There it is. You just got the update.
It just showed up.
You just got the update. So anybody with a business page now, you should be able to broadcast through the Pages app.
And all you guys got to do is go to publish. You guys can probably see that. You go to,
There you go.
That one, publish right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then boom, accelerate marketing. I'm going to be,
click it so they can see then.
I'm going to be right there. That little guy right there. So then I go live video on Facebook. So that is pretty cool. That's the first time I've seen that, Joel Com. So thanks.
You can pick whichever page you want to do that on. And I think people were just waiting for updates to roll out, and now you are there.
Wow. Joel, did that just get rolled out worldwide, like all at once?
I think that this last week it happened. I've pointed it out to a few friends, and they're like, I don't see it. I'm like, go update the app. They updated the app. I still don't see it. I said, reboot your phone. They rebooted the phone. Whoop, there it was. So if you're still not seeing it, shut everything down, close all the apps, reboot it, and should be there. I'm telling you, thank you. I mean, that is so. What for me as an agency that helps businesses and brands live stream, this makes it so easy now. Thank you, because a lot of business owners, they don't want to broadcast obviously on their own personal profile. And I thought it was like a slow rollout, and I saw like Social Media Examiner get it. And I'm like, oh, those guys are going to get it like 5 years before I get it. And seriously, no, they moved quick. I mean, now they did. And this is to your point. This is right on track to what we were talking about. Is look at how serious Facebook is taking this, and how quickly and decisively Zuckerberg and his team have made a decision to do this. And they're eating their lunch. Not only that, but think about this, Ryan. Combine the technologies that they're investing in, the Oculus Rift. Okay, it's going to be where you will be able to put on your headset and go live and people will be standing right there in front of you live. Well, you're preaching to the choir there, because I have had a come to Jesus moment when I seriously when I went out and I periscoped my first kite surfing adventure about 2 months ago, and then obviously did the first scuba scope, and I saw the engagement, and I saw the fun that people were having, and the immersiveness of being able to tell them and show them and put them literally on my head. Literally, I had my at that point. It wasn't the GoPro. It was literally just me with, looking like a goofball with my iPhone on my forehead. But that's what that's what immersed people, because it literally, when I turned my head, the phone moved. So people were seeing it through my eyes, which is exactly what Periscope was developed for. That's exactly what they wanted. And it was literally the embodiment of what they wanted. And when that happened, that's when the magic happened. Because when I watched the replay and I saw the comments of people, I was like, wow, they felt like exactly what I wanted, that they were there, like they were immersed in experience. Well, 360, when I left CES 2.5 months ago, and I saw all the 360 cams, I saw, I said, okay, something is going to happen. I said, okay, well, there's these 360 cams. I love my Periscope. I love live streaming. I love creating immersive experiences there through action sports, which, and the camera angles and stuff. Man, what if you could put both of them together? Mm-hmm. Well, fast forward to 3 days ago on March the 8th, I said this when I tweeted it out. I said, this is exactly what I want. I want Periscope and 360 is what I wanted. I said, everybody's like, whatever. That's not going to, seriously, it's here. I just saw it 15 minutes for the first time before I got on this call. I could not believe it. Kathy Hackle, again, sent me a link from a company called Live It. Live It, write it down, check it out, download the app. Live It? Livit. Holy crapola. Seriously. So Live It formed in 2014 by a guy named Blazer, last name Blazer. Avi, check this out. It's 360 live stream from the 360 Fly Cam. They literally talked to them at the CES event. The guy that I talked to
literally got approached by this guy Blazer at the CES event, and
Blazer, what a great name,
right?
I'm Blazer.
Blazer, right? I'm like, yes. So Blazer and them figured it out. They basically made it so that device, the Fly 360, which thank God I have one. I can show it to you in a second here. Today, I saw the first 360 live stream of a guy in a jet cockpit. It was live streamed. You can do it through the Fly 360. Seriously, I'm
uploading. I got the app. There's the 360 in the jet, and I'm clicking it right now, and I'm waiting for it to load. There it is.
Oh, that's live.
This is live.
That's live. That was live. You could watch it just like that live and comment. It's Periscope meets meets VR. It's called Live It. Is that a mind bomb or what?
Yes. I'm like looking at this guy's control panel, and he's got notes in his lap, and there's everything's upside down.
Right.
The way it was filming it.
It's actually LIVIT. Hey, Manu.
Okay, so let's talk gadgets. If I want to do 360,
right,
is it time to buy one yet, or do I need to wait a little longer?
That's a great question. Here's what people always ask me that just about the wide angle lens when I was talking about the Olo clip. And I'm like, you don't need it. I mean, I don't need it. Nobody really needs this stuff. You don't need to have a microphone, and I've got all the gadgets and blah, blah, blah. There's your awesome Olo clip. And, it does create a more immersive experience. If you have, especially like myself, obviously, if you have a reason like an actionsports.live, which is what I'm doing. I mean, I'm creating this brand around action sports, then yeah, absolutely. Like, be the first one. I mean, there's a lot to do.
So I'm my brand. Let's talk about me.
Okay.
I am my brand, and people watch me for whatever crazy reason it is because they're interested in what I'm doing. It's why they watch my snaps. It's why they watch my videos. They want to know what I think. They want to know what I'm doing. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm not an action sports guy.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a compelling reason for me to have a 360, or is it just a novelty?
It's a novelty. I think there's no question it's a novelty that's here to stay. From in my viewpoint, because look, there's a reason why Zuckerberg got up on stage during the S7 launch, and everybody in the crowd had Oculus Rift glasses on, and he dropped the bomb saying that basically he is aligning himself with that platform, with the 360 gear that basically Samsung is coming out with. So I thought that was going to be it, but they did not finish the project. They did not do what Live It did and actually make it so that you can live stream right now to an app. And they've developed it. They were actually going to compete with Periscope. That's why it's really good to tie into what we were talking about today, which is mostly about Periscope stuff. Obviously, we talked about a lot of stuff today, but what I'm saying is that Joel, they were going to compete with Periscope when they first came out.
Okay.
And now what they said is, you know what? They saw that Twitter bottom, and this is all in an article. It's actually on, I think it's The Verge. If you guys want to look it up, I wish I had the link. I'd drop it in here. But if you just look up Blazer, Live It, Livestream 360, you'll see the article. It just came out on March the 8th. You'll see the article. It'll come to the top of Google. But basically, I'm telling you, like, this is the future of, in my opinion, because you can see what's happening. These guys are starting to align themselves. Zuckerberg aligned himself with Samsung very, very solidly. Now the question is who's the iOS, device going to align themselves with? Is it YouTube? Maybe YouTube, because you can see that's what had happened. That's why Zuckerberg got on stage, but they didn't finish the story. They didn't make it so that you could actually live stream in 360. That's what's so powerful about Live It right now, is that they're doing it. And right now, Facebook doesn't offer it. YouTube doesn't offer it. Periscope, Twitter doesn't offer it.
But Facebook will. That's part of the whole Oculus Rift deal. 360 is.
They will. But
Yep.
I wonder how long it's going to take them to make it so that it's live stream. I don't know.
Okay, so which camera? JS says Samsung's 360.
I like that one. The Fly 360 is it's $400. You can get it at Best Buy right now. It's not a huge need. I agree. It's not a huge need right now, but so I don't know if she was talking about that, but then you've got so many different, you've got the Kodak camera out there. For me, because of the fact of this, the fact that I live stream, I would definitely go with the Fly 360 just because of the fact that I've already got a solution that will allow me to live stream from it.
So it's a $400 camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it true 360 or there's blind spots?
There's a little blind spot right on the bottom. If you watch that replay, you'll see there's a little black spot.
So when's the next gen coming that's going to be that same price? Like I bought a Phantom DJI FC40 that has the camera on it, and then 3 months later the next gen comes out and it's HD and
right. So I think they already were talking about a 4K version, and that's probably going to come out in the next 3 to 6 months. I'd imagine they were already talking about it at CES. And they've already got one that's integrated into a helmet that literally is like streamlined. It doesn't look goofy or anything like that anymore. It's literally built right into a helmet. So I'm not going to look like such a goofball when I go out there with my iPhone, like that.
You'll still be a goofball.
Thank you.
But it's okay. So you're recommending the Flies still. So Dr. Tom says that he's got 2 uses for me. So Tom, I'd love for you to come in here a second, come on video with us, and let's talk about what your ideas are. Let's bounce them around.
Hey, and Joel, I will say sorry.
Hey, Ryan. So
hey.
Hold that thought, Ryan.
I couldn't agree with you more, Ryan. I mean, this really is going to become like a density of a certain type of live streaming, and Ryan is all over it. But for you, Joel, I want you to imagine bringing your constituents and your fans into your live events. You're standing up on stage. They have now these little what's coming, these fisheye cameras you can put on both sides of your iPhone, and it's going to be your iPhone that's going to allow 360 immersive streaming. It's going to be that simple.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden you can say live or on demand, watch what I speak and watch my audience respond to what I'm saying. So it has everything to do with coaching, teaching, training. The whole world changes when it comes to that realm of introducing an immersive experience in live streaming.
Okay, so at events, that's one use. What's the other one?
Lifestyle. So I want you to imagine dropping this into a birthday party, drop this into some event where you're there. Now they're not just seeing you in your face, but you put this in front of you, and now they're going to see your fans. They're going to see you. They're going to see you walking along, whether you're eating a meal, whether you're showing up at an event, or whether you're celebrating something. It's going to be a rich experience of Joel. It's going to completely change how people can relate to you. Right now it's flat. It's going to become enriched in a whole other way.
Yep.
So the 360 that we're seeing, when we see 360 videos on Facebook, like that Zuckerberg and some others post, how are they doing that?
They're using the Fly 360 cam. You can go to my Facebook page right now, and you can actually see. And I actually posted a walkthrough tour of my community here for Jacob Sapochnik, and he loved it because it was like the first time that people could actually you can just kind of scroll through and you can kind of go wherever you want. But basically,
how are we not friends on Facebook?
Who, you and I?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We are now, but I just sent you a request. Okay, so wait. The video that you posted of the walkthrough space, is that just using Facebook Live?
It's not. It's using. Okay, so what I did is I recorded a video on my Fly 360 camera, which I'll get in a second here, and then I basically just uploaded it directly to my hard drive on my phone, and then I directly uploaded it from my phone to their Facebook page.
So I could do this.
Yes, you could absolutely do it.
Okay, so I'm going to Best Buy today, and I'm going to go buy a freaking camera.
I know, I would too, because I mean, seriously, you're gonna, and I would definitely mess around with Live It, because and just make sure that you just tag me, because I want to see what you're doing on there, because this is gonna be fun. Now, the other really big, and I want to tag on to Tom here, is, and really quick, Joel, is that when I was at the Periscope Summit, you and I were both there. You did a great keynote, by the way. Loved your syndication concept, and Kim Garst talking about it as well. Really, really cool was, I saw a lady there. She had this little round 360 camera that was on the desk, and she was in between, the camera was in between her and somebody that she was interviewing. And I was like, what is she doing? Well, she's interviewing somebody in 360.
So, which is amazing. George is here now. Feel free to pop in. Hey, Tom, thanks for your input. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. How can I stream I can't stream 360 through Periscope yet, or through Facebook Live.
Right. You cannot.
But I will be able to.
You will be able to. Hey, so Cooking Caveman. That's right. Oh, it is Cooking Caveman.
Yeah.
He says famous dude. No, you're the famous dude, Joel. So it's just pre-recorded right now, Joel. That's it. You can't. You've got to upload it after the fact, and you can upload directly to YouTube and to Facebook. Those are the two places. That
or I can use the Live It stream. I can do that.
Exactly.
Okay. Mercedes, you're on. Where you at?
Oh,
Hi.
no.
Hey, what's up?
Sorry.
You didn't want to come in. Okay. She's like, she pushed the button and then she found herself here. Okay. Let's see. Here he is. Captain Caveman, and JS always has something to say. So let's bring him in as well.
JS Gilbert.
Gilbert, what's happening there with your video?
He's messing with Manicam.
No, well, that was actually what I had was just some footage I was showing somebody before. I have one of those little handheld stabilizers with the 3 gimbals in it. It's incredible for shooting Periscope. So there's 2 videos. You can see the difference between shooting one without it and shooting one with it.
I'm trying to find an internal stabilizer, and it's not yet been effective.
YouTube will actually have live streaming of 360 probably by June 1st.
Yeah, they announced that. They announced that there was actually another Kathy Hackle discovery. She sent that over to me. She said, yeah, 360 in like 3 to 6 months.
The thing I think that's really pretty amazing is I never thought Scoble was going to leave Rackspace.
Oh, he's so into VR. It is insane.
So now he announced a couple of days ago he's working out Upload VR. So I'm not saying the guy has been 100% right about every technology decision in his history, but he is so over the moon about what he's been experiencing in VR that he is putting all his shekels into it.
Yeah,
that should say something to the rest of us.
Yeah, it's legit. Hey, George, how's it going?
What's up, gentlemen? How are you?
George,
we're hanging and geeking out.
I hear. I was on a run, so I missed the beginning of it, but I'm back now.
That's what replays are for. So, your thoughts on all this. We've been talking 360 and VR and streaming that live 360 experience.
Yeah, I'm excited because Ryan's been on this pump for a minute, man. Like, every time Ryan's at the house, all he talks about is he can't wait to stream in 360, and he talks about it religiously. So I'm getting excited with how fast it's happening. I feel like a lot of stuff's been happening behind the scenes, and I think a lot of people don't understand it yet, aren't fully immersed in it yet, don't really get it yet. And it's going to take the practitioners, once it's on the scalable level, like for us to implement in live streams, etc., for the masses to understand the power of it and where it's going to go. Like, people like Ryan see that. Like Ryan, I remember when he saw like the Surf Scope or the Surf 360, he's like, dude, it was like I was there. And that's just on a phone too. Like, we're not even dug into the VR.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be huge. Like, I can see so many applications for it, and I'm not like dug into it. Like, I'm excited to see what happens with it and see where it goes. And like, I see the possibilities in my niche and a ton of other places. What I'm really interested in is I'm interested to see where like VR goes, and like how much of an implementation it has with the 360. So I'm excited. I think it's cool. I mean, everything is video. It converts so much better. People just consume it, and I don't know, if I get into 360, I'm gonna have to make sure my house is clean and not just my kitchen.
Yeah.
Sports and gaming right now, and you can go online and you can see there's a live video, 360 video of a lot of the March Madness stuff right now. I just pasted a link in here to a piece of software, that's stitching software. You can actually take a regular camera and make 360 videos with that software. And then before I go, I've also just did VO recently on 2 games, VR games, that are absolutely amazing. I can't really talk a whole lot about it, but no interface, no nothing. You just reach out into space and grab things and use them, and you move your head, and it's designed so that you can walk forward and backwards and everything without having to leave your space. The games are pretty incredible. My prediction: by the end of 2017, 80% of all social media interactions will be on portable devices, and 80% of those will be video-based to some extent. So, where we're going to be is that this will become the hub, the appliance. We won't need computers really on our desk anymore, and so maybe we'll have glasses or other devices that will be like the equivalent of 65-inch TVs. So on and so forth. So wearable technologies that really interact more than just giving you, your heartbeat and how many feet you've walked.
Well, speaking of VR, who else has ordered their Oculus Rift?
I've got one coming.
When is yours shipped, JS?
I don't know, actually.
I got in the first round when they opened it up. Mine's next month. I think if you go now, they're shipping for July.
Yeah, I think mine is in June, actually.
Somebody go take a look and see. It should say right on the
page. So 2015, says Brittany. Yes, but it's going to be different when they're matched up properly with the phone, and so working as a replacement tool for a computer, it'll be a totally different experience. So you'll have a virtual keyboard. We've tried that before, but it'll actually
sucked before. These will actually work. So Ryan, you've got some gadgets you want to show. So let's play show.
Jump out, but nice talking to you.
Thanks, JS. Always a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
Man of many voices.
Yeah. So I'll just show you.
You so portable.
So this basically.
He froze up on this there.
Ryan's got more gadgets than anybody I know.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is, and I keep everything. George, you'd be
breaking up on us a little bit, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan, you broke up a bit.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, you said my name, but I didn't hear anything else.
Okay. Can you see me or no?
Yeah, now we can, but you're glitchy.
Oh shoot! I can
maybe bounce and come back in.
Okay.
Yeah, he does have a lot of stuff. There's and this is going to be fun.
When we travel together, he has an entire bag dedicated to gadgets. Like his entire carry-on is nothing but gadgets.
That's awesome. You're like the TSA bait. Okay, what do you got?
Yeah. Go ahead, Ryan.
Okay, I'm unwrapping the goodie here. So this is, can you guys, I don't know if you can see this. This is the Fly 360 right here.
Okay.
Can you see that? So basically it's got an attachment at the bottom, and this actually attaches to this right here. It just basically turns right in there, and then you can use this with any GoPro attachment. So basically, with any selfie stick, you can extend it out, or you could put it on
a car cam. It's for your car.
Well, yeah, you could just put it right on. You could put it right on your dash or whatever. But I mean, you could have fun with this. I mean, you could seriously there's a lot you can do with this. And what's really cool, this again is the camera that, and I just found out today. I'm like blown away because there's a lot of different 360 cam solutions. And this just happened to be the one that I got at the at CES, and yeah, I got Chocolate Johnny. Yeah, I got one, Chocolate Johnny. They handed it to me because I told them, I'm like, look, I really want to start using 360. And the guy's like, here, go try it. Because I told him that I'm doing like, live streaming with my, kite surfing and paddle surfing, and told him and showed him all the stuff that I was doing. And he's like, do some of that with this because we need some more footage. And so I'm like, okay, so now I'm going to do it live in 360 because this is water resistant. There's a little plug right here. If you unplug this, then it's not water resistant. If this plug is in, then it's water resistant. So I'm going to be doing the first ever live 360 stream. Hopefully, whenever there's wind, which, George, I don't know. Are we ever going to get wind here in Southern California? Maybe I have to wait until I go back to Southern Florida, which is coming up in 3 weeks. But yeah, so be ready for that because that's what it's all about, is that immersive feeling. And yeah, I've got a ton of other gadgets. I just don't know if I want to move back there because I don't want to lose my connection again.
How do I use that fly camera? I'm getting an echo here. Not sure where that's coming from.
Can you hear it? Is it me?
Check. Okay. So how do I walk around with it and not be a total dork?
Well, I mean, it's basically you just gotta, what you can do is
just say you don't, Joel. You dork.
You don't. You will not look like a dork. You just basically gotta, there's a lot of ways you can use this on a selfie stick. Look, if I can go out there with my phone on my forehead, you can go out there and do pretty much anything you want with this thing and get by with it now. And half the people are just like, wow, they're just like so like amazed by what the heck it is that you've got there. It's this round ball. And it's like that lady that was interviewing that guy. I was like, what the heck's she doing? And, lo and behold, she's having an interview with this, she's interviewing this guy, and she's just got this thing sitting right on the, right in between them. And there's another attachment, by the way, that is just flat that allows you to, and this is how it charges too, by the way, is with another attachment that basically just charges through it. But yeah, I mean, it's a very, it's a really simple system. Matt Gibson, what's up?
They actually have them at my Best Buy. They're in stock.
What's that?
They're actually in stock at my Best Buy now.
I'm not surprised. I mean, now, and this is now that this is, like, I just found out about it today, although I was sick, so I didn't really pay attention to a lot of what was going on for the past 4 or 5 days. But I mean, I think this is really gonna take off with their, with their camera. They're gonna really get a lot more sales from it.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's up, guys? Just I've been editing podcast episodes and listening to blabs. So, but I had a question for Ryan. All right, so I'm a musician, and I'm going out on the kind of downtown social music scene, that kind of thing, and I'm trying to figure out an idea that I could use to enhance my getting people involved without me performing. So I'm going out, checking out different venues, and I'm going to be, I have my phone, which I have Facebook Live on it on my personal profile, which I have about 3,000 people on there, 2,000 or 3,000, and a lot of musicians on there. But I'm just wondering, you probably studied a lot of different live stream situations. What do you got for me, man? Like a creative way to get some engagement without actually producing the content myself, but still in my, still with my core group of people, which is musicians.
So you want to create a creative way to create content that on some platform that is unique and different. That will you be performing or who?
No, well, I mean, I'll be doing that as well. But I'm going to go out once I get done editing this podcast and get it uploaded. I'm going to go out and hit the town and go to a bunch of music venues and check out live music. Right. So, I'm kind of a big fish in a little pond. I don't live in like a big major entertainment city. So when I go there with all my social media stuff, it's kind of easy to help people out and get them out there, in ways that they wouldn't normally be able to, be seen. And so I'm just trying to figure out, some cool ideas to do that. and kind of like, build my music community. Cause I try to help musicians with my podcast. So, and so locally, obviously that's a lot of those guys need help making a good living.
I think Joel Comm does a really good job of this. He does it good on Snapchat, and he does a really good job of it. I've seen him do it on Periscope as well. Like at TNC, Joel, you did this. And you just walked up to people and you asked them like some really good questions that people would want to know the answers to. And you put the focus on that person on Snapchat and gave them their 10 seconds of fame to answer a certain question about maybe, Matt, it'd be a certain genre of music, or and I would Snapchat that. And Civilized Caveman here, George, is famous for doing this. And I think it's really, really important to keep in mind of the social media platform and create content for that platform. And Joel did a great job of this at TNC with Snapchat that way. And then you could do the interview on Periscope in long format after you give them the 10-second answer. And or what you could do is you could say, hey, I'm interviewing on Periscope. If you want the answer, hop over to Snapchat to get the answer, the 10-second answer to the question that we're talking about, or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but while you were talking too, I came up with another idea where, it could be kind of like, because I talk about, how to make a decent living, and I interview people, musicians and social media people, how to make a good living as an artist. But maybe it could be kind of an out in the field, out in the trenches type thing. Okay, man, you're out here. What are you getting paid tonight? Is this, what would you like to get paid for this gig?
Yes.
And maybe just kind of do kind of like a documentary type of situation.
I think the key is putting the focus on them and letting that, like putting the highlighting them, and who's your audience?
Musicians.
Okay.
Other musicians.
Other musicians are going to love to hear that kind of information. They're going to love to hear what Joe whatever is doing at this place, and what this guy's doing at this place, and then compare them. I mean, you're out there, you're the guy getting the what's going on the street, and I mean, how else are they going to get that information? I mean, that's a really cool behind the scenes that and service that you're doing for. I mean, and I think, is that what you do normally, or have you done that yet or not?
No, I haven't done that yet. I just went to my second venue yesterday, and so now I'm just kind of scoping it out, So tonight I figured I'd go out and hit the street and try to talk to some musicians, and I think people are going to dig that.
Absolutely.
I think
you'll know, because you'll see whether or not people actually you'll see with your Are you on Snapchat? Are you using?
Yeah, but I only have about 10 people following me. I haven't quite even like Google Plus. I have 1 million on Google Plus. Nobody cares about Snapchat.
Yeah.
It's musicians are too busy to use Snapchat in general.
Gotcha.
I don't think
missing it. They're totally missing it.
Yeah. Well, sell me on it. Let's talk about it sometime.
No, I don't want to do Snapchat now. This is
not today. Not today.
Yeah, not today. Another time. But hey, Matt, thanks. Appreciate you popping in.
Yep.
Always good to see you.
Later, brother. Good seeing you.
George, you got something you want to add?
Yeah, I didn't mean to run out the door, but Ryan, there's like 60-mile-an-hour winds here, and my trash cans were blowing down the street.
What?
Legitimately, you said, when are we going to get wind? And I heard crashing outside, and there's like a legitimate windstorm right now.
All right, get ready. You're going to see me blow away in 360 on my kite.
So I have a question. Well, Joel, number one, with how you use Snapchat, the last thing you're worried about is people seeing you with a 360 camera, so get over that one real quick.
True.
And then, Ryan, on the fly, I saw right when you got it, and I forgot to ask you this in person, right when you got it, you posted the video you walking on the boardwalk with like Connor.
Yeah.
The stitching software for Fly 360, does it leave the black ring on the bottom?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. And that's and George, by the way, you can we were I don't know if you saw it, but you can actually stream Live 360 to an app called Live It right now.
I heard that part.
So it does.
Will that actually go on this selfie stick right here?
It's got a quarter.
That's a quarter, not an eighth.
Or wait, you know what? Here.
Look. Will that thread on there?
It's probably got an adapter because everything's either quarter or eighth.
This is a quarter.
You're gonna have to get a GoPro adapter for that, and then you're gonna have to attach it to this right here, Joel. So you're gonna have to get a quarter 20 GoPro adapter for that selfie stick that you have for that quarter 20 male end. You're gonna have to get a female end for a GoPro adapter that will attach to this section right here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm looking to see what I have here in my GoPro box. I never use the GoPro. I have a 3, and I never use it. And
there's a GoPro tripod adapter that
it's like $3.
Yep. And I guarantee you they'll have it at Best Buy. I can't wait to see your first like live stream 360 this week.
It may happen today. It may happen today. I might go to Best Buy. I want to. Are you really going to run out and do your kite thing right away, or can we talk here?
No, let's talk. But you know what's funny? While I'm talking to you, I saw Ryan Bell just signed up for Live It.
Well, listen, I want to. Here's the thing about Blab. We get started, and our numbers grow and grow. It's the thing about live streaming when you're creating valuable content. It is this trend that it doesn't stop. The longer we're here, the more people hop on. And I always hate to end a show, when people are still pouring in, and even as I'm talking, here they come. Right. But I said we would be an hour. I wanted to respect your time, and I do want to talk to you offline about some other stuff. So, any final thoughts here? I
just had a blast, and thank you very much, Joel, for getting me on here. And this is so much. This is fun for me. That's why I'm so passionate about this stuff. I'm looking for. If you guys have any questions, you can go to you can go to my blog at ryansteinelson.com. You can check out my agency at accelerateyourmarketing.com. Any tech gadget stuff, periscoperyan.com. Guys, you can DM me on Twitter. Check me out. I'm on Snapchat. I know George is huge on Snapchat right now. If you want to follow him, we're going to have some fun. George is doing some amazing stuff with video, and he's got he's got the new amazing circle light that I can't wait to try out.
Oh, the Diva. Everybody needs a Diva light. Everybody needs a Diva light.
Yep. Even you, Joel.
A Diva. So hang on.
It literally is. Kim Garst calls it a facelift in a.
Dude, it's a facelift in a box. What that thing does for my skin is amazing.
I bought one of these. Steven said buy one of these so I can put it up here. And he said, there was a hookup. He said don't put the batteries inside. There was a way to rig it so the batteries last a lot longer. And I haven't talked to him about that yet because otherwise it blows through these. But it's going to go right up here above. I've got a little tripod for it and everything, so I can get some better lighting.
Yeah, your lighting's pretty good. I told Ryan, I've been doing my talking head videos with a Diva light. It's a big ring light, and the camera shoots through the middle of it.
Oh, yeah.
So, but the thing, it's like Kim says, it's a facelift in a box. Like, I look sexy on that thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, George. And that's George looking sexy, so that's got to.
Yeah, I know, right? I even use it for some of my snaps.
Thanks, everybody, for joining live video show. My guest has been Periscope Ryan, and you can follow him. Your site, again, is periscoperyan.com, which I would go and look at Twitter, man, and see if live video – what's happening here? What's with the leg show, George?
Oh, I'm just stretching for you guys. I'm ending on a high note.
Awesome. Okay, everybody, replay will be available later. Ryan, hit me up on Skype.
Okay.
Have fun, gents. Have a good day.
Talk to you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.